Terry, what occurred here was something that I've kind of has occurred before, and it's like I'm not the thing. I'm the potential for the thing.
That's right.
And the potential for the thing can't exist without the potential for the thing.
That is exactly right.
So I have to be both, and it's really interesting because what happens with that is it's like inside I go, oh, and get really excited, and it's like, oh, that's how it is when you just maybe just like this little seeing that moves along the provisional truth continuum.
That's right.
You know, it's like, oh, that's right. A thing. So and for me, that thought is the one that has occurred to counter the nihilistic tendency which slips in as well about I don't know what I am. So but it's that potential, that generative potential thing that seems something closer to what I truly am.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to see.
Yes. Yes. This is not other than you, but you notice that it doesn't equal you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing to see, is that, well, this can't be other than me, because there's nothing other than me.
Yeah, and there's something inexplicable that I am.
That's right.
That's the creation of, or that's the source, or that's the something for.
Aren't you doing well? Good job. Hey, I'm loving it. This is terrific, Jane. There's been a lot of seeing over there, hasn't there?
Some days. Some moments.
Perfect answer. That's right. Yeah, there is when there is. There's clarity when there is, and there's not when there's not. But you are awakeness either way.
Uh-huh.
And you don't need to dread the relativity, because it, just like everything else, it comes and goes.
Yeah.
And you're actually not inside of that relativity. The relativity is inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever happens in this dream, it certainly counts because it's in the dreaming. It's in my experience. So it certainly counts. And some things are even very, very important. But given that it's a dream, nothing matters. Right?
Yeah. And the experience here of getting a little clearer on nothing matters has given more space for, if there's no Jane, my brain is not to be trusted. There's, it's just like, well, what else is possible then? What other kind of situations can arise within relativity if I'm not stuck with all these ideas that I thought I was? So there's a psychological benefit to the spiritual kind of development almost.
I have noticed, and I'm not reporting that this is any sort of hoodoo or voodoo, I'm just reporting that when since I've given up trying to direct the Fred life, which I can't direct because it's just happening. But ever since whatever it is that I am, ever since I've given up trying to direct the Fred unit's life, in this case, just this case, everything has gotten progressively better to the point where it's just ludicrous now. It's just too good. Right? Does everything in this life satisfy Fred's preferences? Absolutely not. But I do notice that the Fred story has improved tremendously. And it's not, and the lowering of the bar was not my saying, okay, nothing good can happen anymore. I'm lowering the bar, no expectations, whatever it is. But just in the absence of expectations, what has arrived has been greater than my old expectations. Yes?
Yeah.
I would have never expected this. Us here, this teaching. How could you expect that, right? I mean, you're sitting in your house going, I got to go on the internet and tell everybody I'm awake. How am I going to do that? I mean, and this, come to that, you can't sit in your living room expecting for this to happen. It just doesn't. You're half expecting to save the world and half expecting for the world to mock you. But you ain't expecting this. But in the absence of Fred's guidance, this has occurred. It just happened. Right? And it's oneness happening. It's not Fredness. It's not about the Fred story. It's just oneness morphing the way it does. But I just don't know the ways that things should look anymore. I mean, I'm thinking that it's entirely possible that it should look just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like instead of trying to direct the painting, I feel like I'm starting to have conversations with the artist. I don't know if that
yeah.
feeling.
That's right. And there's no artist.
Yeah.
But you're having conversations with the artistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I'm feeling a bit dual, I'll have conversations with the artist because
that's fine too. That arises as well.
I kind of know that's less true, but it's just
I'm certainly not telling you that I have expectations for your reality. So I don't want to tell you what you should or should not be experiencing.
Cool.
This looks like it's ideal for you. It looks like it's ideal for me. Not that we are different. Well, we are the same but different.